Oh, good morning. I'm going to walk you through Iris project here for food security using the AutoPot system. So growing plants in an AutoPot, one requires water. So what better place to house water than a fish tank? So essentially we start off with the fish tanks, as we can see here. In the fish tanks are holding nitrogen from the fish. The water then goes off to the holding tanks, and from the holding tanks goes to the plant. And the objective of the AutoPot, the plant decides when it shall eat or when it shall drink. And by then, the water then passes back through to the fish, and the whole extraction process is started again. Here we have some Australian jade perch, which are very popular and used in the Rimbunan Casse projects. That's the reversing poverty program. In this particular species here, these will sell in a Singapore restaurant for 900 ringgit, Malaysian ringgit per kilo. So it is a very good income stream. So essentially, into these holding tanks, the water is extracted with the nitrogen from the fish, and then they go off to the plants. So here we can see an example of the AutoPot used in below on the ground, or on the trestles, or as you can see, you can even have an overhead crop. So by having overhead crops, trestle crops and herbs on the lower ground, you are making good use of the space provided. We'll take a small walk in through the research area, and in this research area, Iris Agriculture do any fine tweaking, any tuning that needs before they go on to the reversing Rimbunan poverty packages. Here we can see some lettuce of various varieties, okay, and plants using the AutoPot in various combinations. Some use media, but most, no media is used. It's just using the nutriment and the water from the fish tanks. So this gives us an idea of the AutoPot, and essentially the AutoPot is a smart valve. In here we can see the smart valve, so the plant decides when it wants to eat or drink, and then the smart valve replaces the nutriment for the plant when the plant decides to eat or drink. Also, the same smart pot or AutoPot is used for pawpaw, mangosteen, where you can restrict the root growth and your plant is manageable. You can pick breakfast in the morning. Also, we're used for agriculture, for various types of species, fruit and vegetables, and also for walls or flowers. Here we have some wild species, various grasses, rice growing in an AutoPot on the top of a roof. So there is no reason why many of these buildings in many cities cannot be used for growing food. And over here, garden beds using the AutoPot system. And this beautiful bamboo also growing from AutoPot in a controlled tub environment. Well, thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great evening.